Welcome to Lead with Clarity. This is a space for leaders who want to grow without losing themselves in the process. Each episode is a short reflection on leadership, influence, and the inner work that shapes how we show up for others. It's not hype, not noise, just clear thinking for the journey of leading well. Today's episode is entitled The Leader No One Notices. Here we go. There's a strange thing that happens the longer you lead. The better you get at it, the less people seem to notice you're doing it. Early in a career, that feels like a problem. You want to be seen. You want your fingerprints on the outcome. But somewhere along the way, if you're paying attention, you start to realize that's backwards. I've been sitting with a quote this week from Lao Tzu. He said, "A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, 'We did it ourselves.'" Sit on that for a second. Not "I did it," not "my leader did it." We did it ourselves. Think about a leader who shaped you early on. Not the loudest one, the one that made you better. Chances are, in the moment, you didn't fully clock what they were doing. You just noticed, later, that you'd grown, that you were making calls you couldn't have made a year before. That's the leadership moment worth paying attention to. It rarely announces itself. Here's where most people misread this quote. They hear, "barely know he exists," and think it means passive. Hands off, absent. That's not it at all. Lao Tzu isn't describing a leader who disappears. He's describing a leader whose influence is so well absorbed into the team that it stops looking like influence. It looks like the team's own instinct. That takes more work, not less. It's much easier to be the visible hero, the one with the answer in every meeting, the one whose name is on the win. It takes real discipline to build people up to the point where they don't need you standing over the decision anymore. So here's a reframe. The goal was never invisibility for its own sake. The goal is transferred judgment. You're not trying to disappear. You're trying to make your thinking so present in how your team operates that your physical presence becomes optional. And this is worth naming directly because a lot of us are now leading in rooms full of AI tools. Those tools can draft a plan, summarize a meeting, produce a recommendation in seconds. It's tempting to lean into that, to be the leader who always has the sharpest output first, because the tool made it easy. But speed of output was never the thing that Lao Tzu was talking about. He was talking about judgment that outlives you in the room. AI can accelerate a decision. It cannot build a person's discernment. That's still on you, and honestly, it's more valuable now than it's ever been, because it's the one thing the tools can't hand your team. So here's something to carry forward this week. Pick one decision that's normally routed through you, just one. And instead of making the call, ask the question that helps someone else make it. Watch what happens. It will feel slower in the moment. It almost always does. But that's the work. That's the actual job. Because the leaders we remember, the ones who genuinely shaped us, rarely get remembered for being in the room. They get remembered because we walked out of the room able to do something we could not do before. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. Not because the leader didn't matter, because the leader mattered so much it became invisible. It became ours. That's the aim. Not to be seen, to be so well absorbed into the people you lead that when the work is done, they say, "We did it ourselves."